welcome to the channel. This is going to be the fourth of 5 videos regarding the hour of code, which is basically kind of just a quick start to making your own kind of basic 3D platformer. I would have had this up earlier, but I had some issues with my OBS and I recorded the video improperly, so it didn't turn out. So this is a redo because I wasn't satisfied with the quality of the other one. So this one will assume you've done the other 3. So we're just going to go right into it, and we're going to use this guide, which I will have linked in the description. Let's just get this out of the way for now. I will also have the album linked in the description. I'm listening to some Chill Out Cow. So, if you were to open your project, it'd be wherever you saved it. In this case, I'm going to be working with Hour of Code Video. Okay? So, if you remember a couple quick tips, you can teleport around the map with 1, 2, 3, and 4. Another kind of important tip, especially for being so far into the series, is play from current location. A lot of times it might be a default player start, and that'll bring you all the way back here. You don't want that. We want current camera location. Because then spawn here. And that's just more convenient. Saves you a ton of time. So let's get right into it. If you play the game right now and you reach the large building, you'll notice, I believe it's 5. There it is. You'll notice we need a key to open it. So, essentially, if I go up to this door right now, nothing should happen. It should let me in, and some text comes up saying key needed. So we're going to stop the gameplay right here and get into the editor and make some magic happen. So we're going to be covering, basically, we're going to be covering conditionals and booleans. So let's open up the BP door locked bit to talk about how it works. So a conditional statement, which is something like this, it checks to see if something is true or false. More commonly, they're called if or then statements, and they can also be known as if then else statements. So basically, if the key has been picked up, it'll do something. If the key hasn't been picked up, in this case, it just does nothing if the key hasn't been picked up. In programming, the condition can be stored as a boolean, or bool for short. The data can be mined in one of 2 states. It is either on or off. We use the stored data a bit later. Bools are red, like this right here, making them easy to see at a glance. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make sure have key is connected to condition. It shouldn't be connected on your screen. But right now, we would connect it, as I did this previously in the last go around. So now we need to add a key. So if I delete this key, one reference. What is the one reference? Let's find out. Let's troubleshoot it. Okay, that's too many. Key. Ooh, where's the key? Whoa, that's not what we wanted. Why did it delete? That's really weird. Oh, okay. Well, we're gonna make a new actor. If I open this, where is the data only blueprint? Quite strange. So in order to get this BP key right here, what you're going to want to do is go over to Add, Import, Make sure you've clicked on blueprints. And you're going to go to blueprint class. And then you're going to select actor. It should be at the very top of the list. And you're going to name it BP_key. Or whatever you'd like. We're going to pop open that blueprint. Now, it should pretty much just be blank. I've gone and erased everything already. There must be... It's probably somewhere in the world that I'm not familiar with. And that's why it wouldn't let me delete it. So we're going to need to add some components for it to interact with. Because right now, nothing's going to happen. So we need to go to the viewport, which will be here. If you can't find the viewport one, you should be able to find it from here. You needed to troubleshoot it, because it might not automatically load. So, let's add a sphere collision component. Now here it helps if you spell it correctly. Sphere collision. Collision. Now, in order to make sure everything is added properly, you're going to want to click default scene root again. And then you'll want to add static mesh. Otherwise, the static mesh you're going to add will be a child of the sphere collision, and we want them to be separate. So just keep all of that in mind when you add that. I'm going to name the static mesh SM key. So now, if we want to set the mesh of the key, we go over to the right, and we look up, I believe it's just under key. Yep. Alright. Should load. Go. I am going to move my key down a little, because I like when the collision overlaps with it. I think it just looks better. So we're going to compile, and we're going to save. You wouldn't want to lose any of your progress, you know. Go over to your event graph. You'll have some items here. Just delete them. You want a nice, clean graph. We're going to be adding everything you need right now. So select the sphere collision component. And if you scroll down on the right, you'll see a on component begin overlap. You're going to want to hit that. Now it's important you clicked sphere collision, because if you clicked SM key and then hit on component begin overlap, that would be different. Now if you wanted something to happen when you overlapped with the key, you could do that. But we are going to tie our logic to the sphere collision. So what we're going to have to do, and if you need to move around here, just click and hold the right mouse, move it around, drag out from here, and type in cast to third person game mode. Now, in order for it to know, you have to have an argument here, otherwise it won't work. It won't know what game mode it's looking for. So we need to get the game mode. Mode. Here we go. Okay. Now that this blueprint is talking to the game needs to know what to do. We are going to tell the game to add a key to the character's inventory. To achieve this, pull a wire from the bottom blue pin and set have key. This will set the boolean by how you set this check mark. So if we check it, it'll set the boolean to true. You're going to want to connect that as well up there. Then you want a sound to play when they pick up the key, right? So we're going to add play sound 2D. You're going to want to select an asset. Let's go with, should be an SFX key, right? There we go. after that, you'll want to destroy the actor. You wouldn't want to have some confusion where you'd pick it up multiple times or something like that. So you're going to drag the wire over here and just leave the target on self. Then the key will know to destroy itself. Okay. Compile and save, as always. Now we're going to go into the game and see if it worked. Switch tabs. Got my key right here. Yep, it was still in the world. That is why it... I don't know why my key is tied to that. That is quite strange. Quite strange indeed. Where's my door? Where'd my door go? Oh, no, no, no. Oh, I think I know. I think I know how to troubleshoot this. I think they're grouped. Okay. Yeah. I had too much selected at once. Now I can move this. I had too much selected up here. Now this key moves independently. If I go over here, this is key needed. I pick up my key. Now I can get in. Kind of glad I figured that out. Sometimes I like to leave the weirdness in up top. I must have just had both selected so that when I did that, it looked weird. It wasn't actually an issue though. Alright, so now that we have the key, the next thing we are going to do is scroll down and I double check. We've added our blueprint. We've set the have key. Dragged it in and it worked. We need to put in the end goal. Now, if I'm correct, it should be BP end goal. Now, BP end goal, what that'll do is, and there'll be a better breakdown of that in the next video, is it'll show basically the coins you collected, how long it took, and whatnot, and it kind of just gives you a rundown of everything that you did in the level. So now to kind of wrap this up, what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw some coins in, just a couple so we can get this in pretty quick, but feel free to have some fun with it, you know. But for the sake of brevity, I'm just going to throw a couple in. I'll put a bunch right at the end. Let's see. Alt drag, alt drag, alt drag. Get rid of this key. Put it somewhere funner. More fun? I don't know. Whatever you think's the word. Alright, let's play. So now... I hope I can get up there. Yes, I can. Okay. There are spinning platforms in the back. I'm gonna grab this just because I want to. Whoop. Okay, a little too high. Start it again. Jump, please. Okay, good. So now, I've got my key. Got my coins. I go in. I hit the end goal. You'll notice it says I have 7 coins, 0 gems, and it took me 40 seconds to finish the level. So we're going to take a quick peek at one last blueprint, and then wrap up the video. BP door locked activity N4 blueprint. Let's drag it up there. So in the up for challenge part, specifically, it says, can you find where the door's looking to see if the player has a key? How about the section that tells the key icon to show up on screen? Okay, so let's pinpoint both of those. Considering that everything is annotated, I don't think it should be too bad. When we overlap with a collision, we check to see if the door's open. We get the game mode. We check to see if the player has a key. And then, if the player does have the key, sets off this. Okay. Yeah, this. If they don't have the key, it sets off showing the text. That's why there's no text for the over there. So, and when they do interact, if they have the key, you've got your branch, true, nothing on false. The condition for it to be true is they have a key. Key is taken out of the inventory. If this was check, it would mean they would have it, but it's not. So it's false. They will not have the key. It'll play a sound. The door will animate. The door will be open. There you go. So that should do it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Plan on wrapping it up with one more. I also do some streaming on Twitch and whatnot. And so I plan on doing a lot of different kinds of content in the future. So hope you like and subscribe for more. Have a good one.